Hi, this is Greg Study on Soccer, and I am here with Zoli the goalie, Zoltan Toth. Thanks for joining me here today.
My pleasure.
I really have appreciated the relationship and friendship that we've been able to nurture over the last couple of years between you and your son. But what I want to do today, Zoli, is I want to talk to you about your career. I'd like to start as a child in Hungary. I'd like to start and talk. I'd like to include the story of your father's career, how that influenced you, your defection from Hungary, how that influenced moving into the United States and the choices you made coming into American soccer, and then on from there. So let's talk about Zoltan Toth as a child in Hungary.
Okay, Greg, let's jump in. Okay,
Let's do it.
We go back to the 50s. So I'm an old guy. 1955 was my born year, and at that time Hungary already lost the World Cup. So you can feel today,
Oh my!
we lost against Germany. So that was in me. That was always with us. The soccer was, following me, because my dad was playing the sport, and he was one of the best in my club, old club, and in Hungary. He played the national team 1939 till 1947.
Wow!
And he inspired me to play the same position.
Did he coach you as a child?
When I was a kid, I tell you what, I did the same thing to Chris.
Okay.
Same thing. He trained me. He took me to the best pools, best area where is nothing hurt me, no artificial grass at that time. That was beautiful.
That's right.
Grass, electromos field, where later on I met Julie over there too, Julie V.
Really?
And he took a soccer ball and just, pounded me. And
Wow.
catch the ball and catch the ball and catch the ball. So sometimes whoever walked there, they said, "Oh, don't hurt that little boy no more," because I had red.
No.
My
Oh,
chest,
that's
and,
hilarious.
but I loved it, because my dad playing with me.
And it's your
and
dad.
before, later, we played the small games there. They had a beautiful first stadium had lights.
Nice.
In Hungary, and that was Electromos.
Did you realize as a child, did you realize how big of an athlete in the country, how recognized your father was? Did you have a grasp as to how big your dad was?
Yeah, whenever we went to games, I saw, people coming and, greeting, and, Dad was very popular then.
Nice.
It was one of those magical Magyars, from the past,
Right.
who win mostly.
Wow.
So who set the most winning streak, just like my son Christopher did.
Sure.
Played for the national team,
Yes.
just like Chris played for the U.S. national
absolutely.
team, indoor and beach.
Absolutely.
And, that was like, for me, I see him once or twice, on a game, but all-timers.
Right.
So I could not catch 1947 when was
Right.
his last national team game.
Right.
Against Italy. They played in Italy against Italian national team. They call it a Gran Torino.
Okay.
Because there was like 10 players from Torino, and just a goalie, Sentimenti, was from Juventus.
Okay.
Gran Torino problem was, the airplane crash. So a week later, the team went down, Torino, so they lost the whole national team.
Wow.
That was a past. But I see some photos my dad showed to me and explained me, what happened and how was the game.
So as you got older, you started playing organized soccer where and how old?
Okay, so my older brother, George,
Oh, okay.
he was playing too. And
George is named after your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was not allowed to go to Újpest because what they did to my dad in the past, the team was very harsh. They changed the goalie, just like you don't see your name is not over your bench. That's how they retired him.
Wow.
And because of that, my brother could never play in Újpest.
Gotcha.
So he started to play games, but he sneak out and went to a Újpest practice.
Good for him.
So as I started with MTK first, for a very young junior 3, the youngest. I was 9 years old. Then later on, I ended up in Növényola Kinizsi, what was a Szállítók field in Újpest. And my brother Gyuri said, okay, I take you to Újpest.
Wow.
So not a lot,
Wow.
but he took me to Újpest to train because I end up to study there. I've studied 4 years for computer technician
Okay.
in Landler.
A computer
School.
technician in what
Yes.
year? What year is this?
1970 to 1974.
There were actually computers in 1970 and 1974?
That's right. And
Okay. I'm
he is a
saying that
techie.
laughingly, of course, because I'm
He is a
about your
techie.
age, but yeah.
I was a techie. You know,
Okay.
I was learning all
Nice.
the computing. You know, I could
Okay.
put together at that time was I remember an arithmetic logical unit.
Okay, yeah,
That
right.
was a PC's base.
Yeah.
And you know the Faro ring was just 1 bit.
Right, exactly.
We put the writing. I remember.
But somehow that isn't the
Yeah.
way, that's not the path you followed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had a choice, you know, academics and athletics. And
Yes.
which way you going? Your athletics, it's very hard to do both.
No, it's
And
crazy.
I had to schedule myself to do that both. The teacher told me, you know, you will never finish the school. We will draw so many, you know, technical drawings, and you won't have any free time.
Okay.
And I wanted to prove, yes, I can. Yes, I can do that too.
Oh,
And I
wow.
went to practice to junior 3, junior 2, junior 1st. Then I ended up in a reserve team.
Right.
And in 1977, in September, I played my first division game.
First division team, and who was that with?
Újpest.
Okay.
Now, we talk in 1977. I graduated 1974 from a technical school, computing.
Okay.
Then I went to a university,
Right.
and that was still technical university.
Of course.
You know, the Kondo, and I finished there 3 years. The best one was, you know, the teachers don't know I'm playing for their club.
Oh,
So
really?
I went to the finals, and I already played 1 game in a big stadium, Puskás Stadium today. Népstadion was that time. And we tied Ferencváros, and was like a big, you know, event. And
Wow.
the teacher came to me, you never told me you're playing for my favorite club.
That's fun.
So
I
you
love
never
it.
asked.
I love it.
Yeah, then I got my diploma first, so I get a standing ovation.
Wow.
It
wow.
was fun. It was fun. You
So-
know, because
so-
it was impossible at that time to do that too. You know,
So how
computer
long
was
did
very
you play
sad.
for that team?
So in Újpest, I started in a junior team, and junior first we traveled to Viareggio, where Julie escaped.
I know.
Then I became a goalkeeper of the tournament. You
Okay.
know, I give up only 1 goal, the last game
Wow.
against Kickers Offenbach.
Wow.
And I verified it. Julie's friend was from
Do you remember who scored that goal against you?
no, but it was a free kick, and unfortunately I slid.
Oh, kidding.
It was like
Wow.
15 minutes to go. I almost shut down the whole tournament.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we ended up in 3rd place. We lost against Naples in penalty kicks.
And of course, I don't know if we mentioned this, but your father's career was as a goalie also.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so this is goalie pedigree.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you guys, the Toth name, you guys are just goalie pedigree. Okay, so you've played in this tournament, and I'm sorry, how long was it you played with that team?
So, Újpest, I started from 74,
Okay.
and I end up in 79. So, 5 years in
Okay.
Sirius.
Okay.
So I made it to a national team. We went to North Korea. I'm the only one who played in North Korea.
So you're playing in North Korea
Yes, I am.
as the goalie for the Hungarian national
National
team.
team, yeah.
Was this a friendly or was this a tournament?
No, this was they call it a C national team.
Okay.
So we traveled to North Korea. They were communist country.
Yeah,
and, you
clearly.
Know, here you go, the Hungary will be playing against them, and this will be like a big uprising. You know, I end up, you know, playing there, and it was a story. It was a story.
Well,
because-
tell a little bit about that story.
just shortly, I'm telling you, you saw everywhere, you know, the president, you know, before a game, the worst thing happened to us. They told us, go up a Fenyan to top of the hill. There was Kim Il-sung's statue standing like this, you know.
Yeah.
Even today. But 3 miles up there, in a heat, and the game right after somehow doesn't match. So we needed a doctor, not a game.
Oh, no kidding.
They make you tired, yeah. And all kind of things just tire me down.
So they're trying. Okay, so let me get this straight. So the North Korean organization, people, family, country, team, whatever, is trying to make the Hungarian team tired before you take the field.
That's
against their national team.
That's right.
Wow.
You see these lights?
I think that's hilarious.
Wait. That's not over. So you see these lights over here on your face? Now, in a hotel, what we had, we stayed in a hotel in Fenyan, and there was no curtain on a window, but across the street, there was a construction.
So they got spotlights.
Spotlights, but welding, all of the
jackhammers.
The noise too, everything. And so, of course, we cannot sleep. And my roommate was, from Ferencváros, and once he covered the photo, was a huge picture of the bed.
Yeah, of course, of the guy.
The guy.
Right.
I don't want to say names because who knows, but
I don't remember.
Really
It was Kim Jong somebody.
Kim Il-sung.
Okay, and Kim Il-sung, okay.
And the problem was that, the lights as you shooting you, now that was blinking. So
right.
It's reflected my pillow, and that was blinking too, so I could not sleep.
Of course not.
So I say, Polly, let's, cover the picture.
No!
So I covered the picture over the bed, and unfortunately, next day was a very early. We left to a training.
And you left the cover over the picture.
I left the towel. So when we're coming back, it was not so funny, but they were throwing on us rocks.
They weren't very happy about
that. Riot front of the bus.
Oh my gosh!
And we don't know what happened. So the translator said, "Oh, somebody disgraced the president of North Korea."
Disgraced the great.
The worst thing was it was me, because
of course it was. Wow.
That time was me. So
that's unreal.
Yeah, and that was a political problem because I had to leave the country first, and in Hungary I had to go to a court, and they took away my passport.
Wow.
I was politically stamped, like you can't leave.
You're a political criminal.
Yeah. They'd say that I'm politically unsure.
I see.
I just made my pillow not to blink from that, but I see all day long.
Unreal.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm sure the Hungarians will laugh on it, whoever was with me, because this was a story.
Sure.
And we lost 2 games against them. They were really threatened if they lose the game, they will be breaking stones for a while.
Right. There's a lot of incentive to win. I mean,
so which story you want to hear? Because it's a long time. You asked me about youth.
Yeah.
So that was my first, international.
That was your first international experience.
Yeah, but I played in Bellinzona, was the best goalkeeper in the tournament I became, 1975.
Yeah, talk about it.
76 in Viareggio. And, before later, the team see, the talent. I start to practice. If I'm not practicing at that time very hard, there were goalkeepers in front of me, Szentmihalyi, Rotermer, they were all over, the Szigeti Karcsi. These goalkeepers were national team goalkeepers.
Right.
So it was very hard to make it. Something have to happen to be in a team.
Right.
So I started to practice hard, harder. I finished the university, I graduated in 77. I started to work very hard on my own, and my dad, after practice, what I had in Újpest, I went to Atvinkum, the other side of the Danube River.
Well, Zoli, talk to us a little bit about, you mentioned your dad.
Yeah.
Okay, some of these things belong to your dad.
Yes, as you see, all of these cups,
and
what he
show
won
this up.
after.
Show this up to the camera.
Yeah, this is a Toto cup, going back in one of these.
Hold it up here so we can get just a little bit of a zoom in on that, Zoli. And if
Toto Cup in 1955 or 56.
And then this one's your father's
49,
also?
49, yeah.
And this one's your father's also?
Yeah, that's another one for him. Yeah, so, I took it out. This is 1947.
Show that up to the camera.
And,
hold that still to the camera.
They played the night cup. That was in Elektromos field.
Wow.
That was one of the first ones.
Okay.
The other ones, that was
okay, what do we
one
got
of
here?
them for a...
and you hold it for just steady for a minute so that we can
that's
focus
a cup
in on
too.
it.
So there's a statue.
Yeah. So hold that steady for just a second so we can get Tim to get on that.
This will be a statue for freedom.
Okay, and that's your father's also.
I have all kind of things here from MISL. I have a couple of rings hanging
So
around.
we'll talk about these as we get there.
Yeah.
These come a little bit later.
Yeah, this was my first division teams.
Okay.
You know, we won first
so
division
so
championship with
so hold that up. Can we get
77, 78.
give that a flat to the
Yeah.
screen? Can you get that? Tim?
And this was 79.
Okay, and then this one. Let me look at
78,
this
79.
one. Okay, and now explain what these were.
So this was a championship plaques what we're getting in Hungary for winning the Hungarian First Division Championship.
So
I hang
this
on
is
to it. It's here with me, you know, for a long, long way
So
from
now, is
Budapest.
this a national championship, sort
Yes,
of? So
First Division, yeah.
So it's First Division National Championship. It's the same thing as. Here we go. Here we go. One more.
Yeah, this is our club. You know,
Okay.
you can see, you know, all over. You know, Dunai, Kolar just died, unfortunately. Vicko, he's Oman coaching. Zambo, he was a legend in Hungary. Kardos, he played against in Mexico in a Hungarian national team against Russia. Naidlaci, I just saw him in Hungary when I was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gyöngyösiani, Schumann Petty, he's still in a hospital. He lost 2 legs. Joseph Toth.
No kidding.
One of my names. And Andris Toth. There was 3 Toth in
Really? 3 Toths on the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kerekes, Törőcsik, he was an all-star.
And this is a young Zoltan Toth.
Young Zoltan Toth with Adam Rotterman, who was, you know, just like.
What was the significance of this plate? Why did you receive this plate? Is this a
This was a championship, and they give out for fans.
interesting?
And I hang on to it, and I
Okay.
have it here.
Yeah,
The
no, that's
coach
huge.
is Várhidi Palibácsi.
Wow, that's really, really cool.
So this was László Fazekas, Fekete, who just died recently.
So this is the same. This would be the same kind of a title as winning the MLS Cup for the United States,
a little,
right? Yeah. Only bigger because, of course, Hungary is
Hungary,
it's a better
if you win in
soccer.
Hungary, you can go Champions League. So, you know.
Now, did you play in the Champions League?
Yeah, we played in 1979.
Okay.
So I got seriously hurt on my left shoulder. So that was my end of the Champions League career.
Okay.
In Bilbao, we beat them in Hungary 2-0, but I dislocated, separated the bone.
But Zoli, this is huge. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're playing for the club team. You're playing for the club team
Yes.
that wins the national championship. You're playing for the national team. Yeah. You're playing for the national team in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And this is all before any of us in the United States ever have any chance to even know who Zoltan Toth is.
Yeah.
This is between 1977, 78, 79. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. 79 August, I decided.
There's one more thing here that has reference. This is another thing that has reference to that time period.
Yes, it has. So all of these trophies are nice, but my best dad is the best
we'll
one.
we'll get to that one in a minute. Yeah, we'll get to those in a minute. We'll
So-
cover these in a minute.
Yeah. So let's go back to 79.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the service, army?
I was not in the service.
No. You're a lucky man. So in Hungary that time was mandatory. You have to go into 1.5 years.
Most countries back then it was.
Yes. And unfortunately, these guys, everybody was in the army.
Okay.
You know, they had to do it. And
It's 2 years or 4 years or how long?
if I won't finish the university, I don't graduate, then will be 2 years.
Okay.
But because I was, graduated from a university, only 1.5 year.
Okay.
But they ask one questions. Who has diploma? You're standing in line.
Okay.
Step forward.
Who has diploma?
You step forward, you cleaning a toilet or peeling potato.
Oh my gosh.
They give you lessons, so
Wow.
they kind of playing with you. So when I get hurt in Bilbao with my left shoulder,
Yeah.
a week later I had a invitation going to the army.
Invitation.
Invitation.
I think they call that a draft notice, but okay.
I would say invite you because right away, cut your hair, very short and start to scream on you from a start.
That's right.
And you don't know what happened. You don't do anything wrong. I was fresh. I could put together a computer. I was so, good at that time.
Right.
And instead of that, instead of playing the games and celebrate, I have to go into the army and take my time.
Wow.
So first month or two, you don't come out.
Right.
You know the story. Everybody has this. If you choose the military, they train you, and they train you harsh. You know, make sure you
Sure.
obey the orders.
That's right.
But when they scream on you, you know, midnight, you know, shuffle the snow, and you run out after the game when you're tired or hurt, and the snow doesn't even fall yet. They just forecasted, and you have to scrape. It's kind of BS.
Zoli, did you get any benefits as far as Army is concerned for being an athlete?
It was not good for us. You know,
Okay.
it will be only one way or other way anyway, because you get so tired.
Yeah.
You know, you don't sleep well.
Right.
I go to the army and I open my place where I keep my clothes, and nothing was there.
Oh my gosh.
Disappeared, and the boss was screaming from far away. I'm standing in a on a line, going in a midnight, you know, raid, and I have in pajama. You know, where is my clothes? I say,
Right.
I don't know. I don't have anything in because I was out playing, and you know, it disappeared.
Right.
Nobody's still, you know, kind of. So you know,
It's gone.
they start to get you. You know, so
Wow.
I had no pleasure, you know, to be in there, especially when you're hurt. And I had to pull myself up with a bad shoulder, and you know, carry the heavy machine gun in a snow and stuff.
No
you're
breaks.
dying. And no breaks. So you know, it was not helpful to me. And so some of the player like Törőcsik, who you see over there, he was a world all-star. He was one of the best players. Why you wanna put Messi into the military?
Right. Why would you want
He
to
was
do
a
that?
Hungarian Messi. Why you wanna put the best players, you know, into military? So you know, nobody understand. I did not, and I was.
Well, the political, not to get off on a rabbit trail, but the political environment back there was totalitarian.
Yeah, freedom, nothing. You cannot even go out to the country to play. Even today, you can looking at the past. How come, you know, why we are behind, you know, on a soccer?
Yeah.
You know why? Because the Hungarian players was not allowed to play outside, and you know, if they like Törőcsik, he could play anywhere. Or Bene, you know, one of the best players in the world that time, 1966, he was giving that cross to Farkas. It was the best goal in the whole World Cup. You know, scoring against Brazil.
So it seems to me
These guys should never go, you know, to the army.
Right.
They
And
need the whole stadium just to go out.
And they would be a better ambassador for the country on the field as an athlete.
Yeah.
They would show off the countries in a better way.
So in 1979, that was very early, you know, go to February.
How old were you in 1979?
So 24. But the problem was that we played in home against Győr, a cold, icy field game. And I had hurt. I get the injury very, very badly. I collided with Sabotto in the midfield. Some reason, you know, just give me a Charlie horse into my thigh. What was so serious, it torn 3 different places, my right thigh. So everybody likes to talk about success and stuff, but nobody talks about injuries. Now, if you play the game seriously, you will get hurt.
That's right.
And, you know, nobody really like to talk about because it scare away kids and stuff.
Oh, that's true.
It's really, I get so seriously hurt. You know, I played the game, and I was in the 1978 Argentine World Cup team, so this must be 1978, February, not 79.
Sure, okay.
And I tried to stay on a field. So I practiced, I played 3 more games.
So you're hurt, and you're just toughing it out.
Yeah, we get shots into my thigh,
of course.
what was stopping the bleed, so
The pain.
The pain and everything, so I could play the game. But with that, unfortunately, the blood melted the bone in my thigh and started these stars, start to build into my muscles, so I did not move anymore. And I had to go to the army and, you know, kick you at 3 o'clock in the morning and all kind of stuff. So that time, I was in serious trouble, injury. I tried to make it to national team. I practiced with them, whoever fly to Argentina, and I had to stop in August, you know, when they flew out. I stopped on a stadium and I could not run anymore.
Wow.
Then a surgery came.
Yeah.
And the army stopped me on a sports hospital. They called in, military men cannot go to the civil hospital. They have to go to
Military hospital, of course.
and you will never come out live. I mean, the same
No.
leg, sports leg. It's
Oh
impossible.
my gosh.
So across here, across there, how long I can jump around? I was somehow I came out.
Okay, so Zoli, so is this?
Yeah.
Did this have to do with? Did this
Decision.
story have to do with the decision?
Decision, yeah, because we
Let's
were
talk
not
about-
free.
Okay.
We could not travel to outside of the country. We could not, contract a good team like in Spain. And we beat everybody that time in Spain.
Right.
We went to tours to South America. We come back, we just had one tie. Everything we win.
Wow.
We were very recognized. Újpest was a very good team. And, they don't let Fazekas go out. They don't let Bálint go out. They don't let Joseph Toth out till, somebody disappeared like Horváth, Harsányi, and Toth. This was three from Hungary, from Újpest.
Okay.
They left earlier. I played against them here in Sakers. Harsányi was a sweeper for San Diego Sakers for years. And, those guys, we had to do this to make money. We don't allow. They called us dissidents.
Yep.
Who leave the country.
Yep.
And not
So
a good decision.
so now this was
Today,
in 1979.
1979. Yeah, that time I came out from army.
How did you get to the United States?
Now that's another story. I planned it. So from the end of my military time, I was thinking about one day I will be just leaving. I couldn't tell to nobody. Actually, I had one friend of mine. Today he's in hospital, but he knew it. It was a tough decision. You leave your.
Of course, it
parents,
would be.
You leave your life,
family. You leave your home. You leave
language,
everything you've
your
ever
everything,
known.
Your diploma, you throw it away.
Of course.
So all of your work, what you did, you start over and you go for a freedom. And I was
Right.
looking at where I can go. I could stay in Spain, but I was in endangered. My mother will come after me, and the whole group will come after me, catch me to take me back.
Right.
And I heard that was a real story. Did you ever see the movie Midnight Express?
Yes.
Unfortunately, when I escaped in Madrid, I watched that stupid movie.
Okay.
I was so scared.
Oh no
They
way.
would catch me, and they would take me back. I was
Oh
hiding to
no,
go to
kidding.
the embassy and back to the hotel, the embassy and back to the hotel.
Well, back then, being on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, there's a little bit of a safety margin there. They can't just put you on a
Yeah.
train. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
little harder to come and get you if
Yeah.
you're in the United States.
Yeah, definitely. So, so I planned it 1979. I was playing for a Hungarian Olympic team and played for a,
Right. So you played for the Olympic team also.
yeah,
Now,
the political games I played.
who were you playing for
Political
the day that you walked away from the Hungarian
Okay, that was
environment?
with Újpest we had a trip. So,
Okay.
We went to Spain and we played a tournament with in Cadiz. So the local club, then Barcelona, then Flamingo and Újpest had a tournament. And at that time I was already set. I knew already what I will do.
Okay.
We went to shopping
Okay.
on a day before
Okay.
the game. And they always give us like 2-3 hours to shop and they come back to the bus and go home. And that was my time.
So Zoli, let me interrupt you just for a minute. Just so you get this. I'm sure you do, but just for the viewers' sake, as Americans, especially younger than us, they don't understand what it means to make these kinds of decisions. So, I mean, of course, I've spoken to Julie about his defection, and I know yours came some years later. But the circumstances were similar in that it was Hungary, and there's just an immense amount of respect, especially from our generation, for what you went through. So continue. You're in Spain.
Yeah. So I had to escape. That was my thing, and it was in me. I mean, I was looking for my freedom. From what I had. It was not pretty. You know, the last 2 years in Hungary was very, very hard.
Wow.
And you know, you don't get money. You know, whatever you made, you know, it's already gone. You know, you're in jail, and you know, it's just cannot leave. So I was thinking, I want to make some money till I'm healthy with my sport, because I was good in it and I practiced very hard.
Yes.
So I've played the political games, North Korea, we beat out Romania from Olympics, we beat out Russia from a European Cup.
Wow.
And right after I planned it, you know, we're going to the tour to Spain.
Yeah.
I was looking at maybe I stay in Spain. I had a good chance. Our agent was very good, very well known.
So did you run away during your little shopping trip?
Yeah, the shopping trip was my thing. Okay, so I was looking at how far is my our hotel from a shopping center. It was not too far. So I say, okay, I get a cab. I grab a cab, go to the hotel. I told to the cab driver, don't you leave.
Right.
Because I don't have not much time.
Right.
So he just stay there, Hotel Caballo Blanco, that was in Cadiz. Then later on I visit these places just for fun, you know.
That's
so
fun.
I did it. Then from there, I go to the hotel. So in the hotel, I knew exactly where is our passports. That was important to me.
Of course.
Because we had a meeting a night earlier, and I saw they opened this wardrobe, and there was all of their passports. And they told them everybody has to be here, and blah, blah, blah. So at that time, they could give me the key. I asked the room key for the coaches. They gave me the key. I was shocked. You know, I thought I would have problem with it.
Wow.
And I get my passport.
Wow.
And I get my stuff.
Wow.
I left a message, you know, don't you ever look for me.
Wow.
Just for fun.
Wow.
So I'm serious, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And I went to the cab and up to Madrid.
Up to Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get from Madrid to the United States?
So I was hiding for 2 weeks with the Midnight Express in me.
Nice.
So you can imagine, you know, sneak out.
I sure can.
And unfortunately, you know, the news already put in a paper.
You're a star now, but because you're a defender.
They were looking for me. That was even worse. You know, television, I see
your face, your name.
I'm so glad to my agent. At that time was a Real Madrid agent, Emilio. He and Kubala, who was too big name in Spain in soccer. He helped me out because he don't put my picture. He gives Semi
no kidding
picture who is look like you because blue eye and you know.
Wow.
So
completely different person.
Yeah. So he shielded me. Later on when I saw him in Hungary once, I thanked him very well because he gave me some reason. They don't find me. I mean, that picture is not them, not me.
Yeah.
I'm hiding. You know, I can still good. I can go to the embassy and back. Try to get a visa, and they don't give me visa. You know, so this is the problem. They knew it already who I am when I walked in. The ambassador said, "We know who you are." Open the paper. That's you. I say, "Yeah, well, I have to go." You know, he said, "You may not getting the visa."
Wow.
Easy. So I had a friend in the United States. I called him in.
There it is.
Do something happen.
Good.
And he came over, and 2 days later to Spain.
Okay. Did he sponsor you? Is that how that worked out back then?
Yeah, he helped me. You know, he said, "Okay, we will go anyway. You come in no matter what."
Good.
I have a team. Wow. You know, the team name was Pennsylvania Stoners.
Okay, the Stoners. I remember the Pennsylvania Stoners.
You know, Keith Tozer is a very good friend of mine.
Keith Tozer. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Scott Manning. Later on, they played in a MISL. We have friends still.
Good.
You know, they give me a right to come in. You know, H2 visa, player visa. I was ready to come in and play.
And of course, this gave you. So now you're in the United States, and this gave you the opportunity to, even though FIFA is not loving on you very much, but the MISL isn't recognized by FIFA. Yeah. And this is in the early days. This is the first year. I mean, this is the very first year, the beginning of the MISL. And Keith Tozer was your guy. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, Keith, and you know, I used to go and coach them and practice with them. So it was good for me to stay in shape. Plus, you know, with Penn State University, I was coaching there. A little bit. And fun. You know, meet Bobby Ehrlich. You know, he's a very good guy, and the
Okay, so now
owner
this,
of the
so this,
Stoners and stuff.
eventually you got associated with the New York Arrows. Now the New York Arrows, I know that they won the first 4 championships of the original MISL. What year did you come in on their team? Was it the third year?
So I arrived 1979, isn't it? So 79.
That was the first year.
Yeah, first year I worked in Pennsylvania to make my
with
money.
the Stoners.
With the Stoners and a Rose Bike Corporation. I had to do work on bicycles. So
why would anybody name their team the Stoners?
it was fun. I think Bobby did it.
I love it.
At the Keystone, I think.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay, so that was Pennsylvania's.
Okay, that's right. Okay, I get it. I get it now.
But they passed the pipe,
Okay, I'm sure most of them did.
But I tell you, the team was very good. I practiced. I had great experience in the US, even if I get suspended from FIFA for 2 years. And later on, I find out from Szepesi, good. He was that time a Hungarian Soccer Federation president. He had to suspend me for 2 years. That was like a law.
I had to do it. He didn't have a choice.
Leaves without any permission. It's 2 years automatic suspension from
That's
outdoor.
right.
But I was lucky. I went to a game with the Stoners guys. We saw the New York Arrows played in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I saw Julie V.
Hey guys, if you like what you just watched, follow me on social media. Go to studyonsoccer.com, click on the Patreon link, and support me there. Thank you very much.